Mike, turn your games down.
Time for our movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Hilbert, who's street fighting with me tonight.
I'm Chitty Kyle, and I just wanted to say, and when you peel back my eyes, I see the pain and I feel alive. My hatred heaps up on this fire that burns inside and you blow higher. I do not need you anymore. You cannot hurt me anymore.
That was pretty good.
Right on. I am the feral fiend from the jungles of Brazil. Wolfman, also Kyle.
Okay, I am Desiree Corruption, and every Desiree dollar is going to be worth 5 English pounds when I kidnap the queen. Oh, wait, wrong movie.
That is the bad version of a Street Fighter movie.
Yes.
Hey, quick, change the channel.
Okay, there are funny things to that dumb movie, but that is a dumb movie.
Yes, it is.
I agree.
And
And
Raul
Robbie?
Julia absolutely destroys eats the scenery in that movie.
Yeah, his sacrifice will not be in vain. In any other word.
But we are not here to talk about that movie. We are here to talk about Street Fighter II, the anime movie, or the animated movie that came out in 1994. That I had actually never seen before I found out. So I thought I have seen this movie. I have never seen this movie before.
You've probably seen clips and whatnot.
I have.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, for some weird
around.
reason, I've seen the Chun-Li scene before.
Yep. That's
Everybody's
probably
seen that scene.
probably the
Shocking.
most. That might be the most famous scene in this entire movie. Like, just that entire fight scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've seen it because I remember like that was something that was somehow shown to me, or it was told to me, and then years later I found it, but I knew the scene before it happened. But that was the only thing in this movie that I was aware of.
Especially the English dub version of the Chun-Li fight scene with that KMF DM song that plays,
Yeah.
like, which is also what I just quoted, because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do an opening line or a riff or a line from this movie, like, I'm gonna quote that song because it's too damn good.
And Robbie, introduce yourself.
Oh no, maybe Vega broke into his apartment and fought him.
Very possible.
So I always like to start these with our memories. I have none, other than the one I just mentioned, because I somehow never saw this movie in my life completely. And Desiree, what about you?
Yeah, I first saw this back in the day, probably when it came out on a mythical format called VHS. It was a tape you put into a little box, and it would show you pictures. And yeah, I think I was deep into anime, and I found that I either got it somewhere or rented it, as you usually do, and that was a life-changing experience, or just another experience to put in my anime experience collection.
Right, and Chibi Kyle.
Well, so I kind of grew up with this movie. This movie and the Street Fighter II V TV series that also was an anime. Those two were kind of my openings to anime. Like that, like those two things. Sailor Moon, Hello Kitty. Like they're odd. It's kind of jarring, but like those four things were like my introductions to anime. I remember getting the VHS when I was a pretty decently young kid. My mom was able to buy it for me. I didn't buy it myself. From one of the CD retailers from my youth called HMV. I remember they used to have VHSs, and they actually, for a good long time, had a pretty good selection of anime. And I remember getting the VHS for this when I was about 7 years old or 8 years old. And yeah, I remember just seeing small parts of this movie throughout my life. And it wasn't until I was a bit older, until I was in my teenage years, that I finally saw the full movie. When I watched it on DVD, and then when the fantastic, the absolutely spotless and beautiful Blu-ray by Discotech Media, the Blu-ray for this movie, I watched it again and again, and man, every single time I watch this damn movie, I'm always just blown away by it, and I'm just like, wow, it's amazing how we do so many live-action video game adaptations, and yet this is probably no, not even probably. This is like the best adaptation of Street Fighter that Street Fighter ever got. Like this, it's amazing how well this movie nails Street Fighter and just how immaculate the animation is and how good the fight scenes feel and just how good the plot and the pacing of this movie honestly is. Like, man, this movie is just so damn good. I have some really fond memories of this movie.
Right. And Wolfman Kyle.
Yeah. So I've been aware of the Street Fighter franchise pretty much my entire life. I mean, I had Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo when I was like a real little kid, but I wasn't really into it until college. My first year of college, it as kind of like a gag because I had this like really bitchy RA whose name was Blanca. The joke was like, "Hey Blanca, like loved you in Street Fighter," to compare her to that character. And then first time I watched this movie, there was like a snow weekend when I was in college because I went to school in Seattle. So like anytime it snows, shuts down. So we couldn't go anywhere. So we were just like, whatever, let's just get drunk and watch like shitty fighting movies. And so we watched a bunch of the Street Fighter movies and made a drinking game out of it and got hammered. And I do remember like seeing like this one was one of the better ones. And then like that was my like first exposure to it. And then I probably watched it 5 or 6 years ago, like seriously. And I was like, oh man, yeah, this movie is awesome. And ever since then, I've been down with this version of Street Fighter.
All right. And Robbie. Must be having an internet connection still. All right.
Robbie's being mind controlled by Bison and remains silent.
Fair. I mean, so this movie is it's an adaptation of the game. I mean, it's a fighting game, so how much can you really... I'm going to say the plot of this movie. So the plot of the movie pretty much is Bison is looking for strong fighters to corrupt them naked as he straps them to a chair to fight for the Shadow Law crime organization, and he's hunting Ryu. There's my plot, so...
And Ryu is traveling all over the world and just getting into mischief, getting into fights as he is. And Bison kidnaps Ken, which he has some fights, and corrupts Ken and tries to turn him into fight Ryu. And there's Chun-Li and Guile for some reason.
Well, I mean, one thing that I do find very impressive about this movie, in a short aspect of it, is that they did find a way to include everybody from Street Fighter 2 somehow into this movie.
Yeah, there's some side fights.
They made a way, even if it's kind of very quick.
They feature like 17 characters from the Street Fighter. I was looking at the trivia for it.
If you're paying really, really close attention to some of the scenes, there's even a really quick high and by spot of Akuma in the background.
Yeah. Was Akuma even like in the games yet at this point? In 1994,
he was in Super Turbo.
Yeah, he was unlockable fight if you tick some conditions. When you fought Bison, Akuma would just come in, kick Bison's ass, then fight you.
Okay, I know of it, but I did catch that little Easter egg, and it made me smile when I saw it. I'm like, that's cool.
And do you want to talk about voice actors real quick? Or
sure, we can.
Later? Well, one big one I know and remember is that Fei Long is voiced by Bryan Cranston.
Yep, that is true.
But he's not credited, right?
Yeah, so a lot of the things about the English dub side of this film, a lot of famous anime voice actors, except they weren't actually using their actual names during the credit sequences of like stuff like this in the early to mid 90s. Since a lot of the stuff was non-union, a lot of people would go by aliases. So, and of course, unless you really recognize the voices, like, you wouldn't know this was Bryan Cranston.
Yeah,
I did not recognize it.
I think I discovered that by someone telling me, or a podcast talked about it.
Yeah, I discovered by that and just, like, recognizing the voice later on in my life, and I'm like, oh my god, and then it's like, oh yeah, I actually completely forgot that Bryan Cranston, for a short period of time, was an anime dub voice actor. And
yes, he was
in this and Macross Plus.
Yeah, Macross Plus as the main character?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
All right. Yeah, no, I didn't recognize it. No, I did recognize one voice in this, but I can't remember who it was now, but I thought it was Jet from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, he's Bo Billingsley. Yeah,
Okay.
He's actually in this.
Right.
He's DJ.
Okay, that's where I recognized it.
I also find it funny that this is like the weird unintentional beginning of like English voice actors for DJ just kind of like not bothering with DJ's Jamaican accent, and like it's only gotten progressively worse. And like even and I feel bad too because I'm actually friends with like people who are from places like Trinidad, and like they've noticed that like even the most modern voice of DJ in like Street Fighter 6, they like don't like his Jamaican accent. They're like, oh, it sounds so fake, and I'm like, oh man, that really sucks. Damn it, Capcom.
Well, also speaking of Street Fighter 6, Cammy, her first introduction in the movie, the move she does when she assassinates the president, whatever, is in the new game.
Yeah, it is. I love it. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
That's sweet. That's she's so badass.
Shame she was mind tricked or whatnot. And whatnot.
Yeah, but that's
part of the character.
But that's like her canon storyline and like everything for like the first couple of Street Fighter games. Like in Street Fighter 2, when she's introduced into that, her first introduction in Street Fighter 2, she's brainwashed. In Street Fighter Alpha 3, she's brainwashed. Like, a lot of her canon storylines are her being brainwashed or just getting off of being brainwashed.
But they got rid of the part where she was Bison's lover, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, thanks. I agree. That's fucking creepy.
Well, she was going to be a clone vessel for Bison, but
for his soul.
Yeah.
But I'm okay that never happens, and
same.
I like Cammy in this, and I think I might take back what I said earlier. I think I might have seen that scene. That is a badass scene. I'm rewatching as we're talking,
it's right at the beginning of the movie too. It's like past it's past the opening credits. Like it's
good
like
way to start the movie.
Literally just a few minutes in. Like, and it's a good scene too. The animation of that fight scene is brutal and fantastic and very smooth. Like, man, just the sight of her, like when she runs up to the president and fucking bolts over him and then fucking does that move, like that animation is buttery smooth. Like you can tell some real like quality animation went into this movie. Like this was a really well made movie. Like Capcom and fucking studio, I think AIC is the animation studio that did the animation for this movie. Like they both really put some serious muscle into this animation.
Yeah, I don't remember who made this, but
Kyle's right.
Yeah, a lot of the fights. One thing about one plot point is that there are these android cyborg things that are recording data of all the fighters for M. Bison, and see one get its head kicked off by Guile or something.
That's so funny because it like if you watch that scene, the body like it like kind of like moves around normally and like goes to like walk away before it just like crumples.
Cyborgs are weird to me, but I liked it. I think it's a cool concept that Bison has all these cyborgs walking around filming fighters.
Yep.
Yeah, they were sweet. They like this movie. It's so cool because it's like it was made in 1994, and there are some like really really awesome like futuristic aspects of it. Like the cyborgs and like M. Bison's plane is nuts, and just everything like so much like futuristic, but also like you look at like people's apartments or like the cars that they drive, like it's very of the time of like 1994. So it's a cool mix of future with
and they liked that cyborg scanning so much they made a game about it.
Yeah, they did. They actually made a licensed game based off of this specific movie. I also want to correct myself. My apologies. The animation production for this movie was not AIC. It was Group TAC. That's the animation studio. Group TAC.
What you said. Or CDC.
My apologies. I got the studio wrong. But the animation of this movie, nonetheless, is still flawless. Really impressive stuff.
It is very good.
I put it in the Facebook group that the Street Fighter 2, the interactive movie, is basically you playing as a cyborg, watching clips of the movie, and scanning at various times to increase your stats to play Street Fighter 2 against Ryu as the cyborg.
Yeah, that's the final boss. Like, Ryu is literally the final boss, and if you beat him, you beat the game. If you lose, that's it.
That's a cool concept. I think that's unique that, to have that. I mean, it would suck if that's, the game that your parents buy is the only game you get because you're not going. But as a guy who has lots of games, that'd be kind of cool to mess with it one time in my life.
Totally. Yeah.
Right out.
Yeah.
I'm also really impressed with how the animated movie adapted the moves from the game into the movie. Like, I especially loved like the details of like how they do them technically in a realistic style, but it's still the characters still effectively do their moves. Like, it's probably one of my favorite examples, and I'm not jumping around, but just as an example, one of my favorite examples is Chun-Li when she does her spinning bird kick. When she does the spinning bird kick, like in the game, you see her like fly upside down and spin with her legs out. Where in the movie, one of my favorite things is she's fighting Vega, and there's a scene where she does a quick handstand, and then she starts like spinning by like spinning her hands on the ground as she's spinning in the air. And like, that is such a great little bit of detail. Like, it's that type of specific animation. It's like, that is such good animation, and that's such a good little bit of detail to like how these moves could actually almost work in real life. Like, I love that. Like, Capcom went that extra little mile for this. Like,
that closure of that scene with her just pummeling Vega through the wall.
Yes, her speed kicks. Like, that's so good.
They even insert the sound effect from the game into it. I'm pretty sure, like, you hear it,
in both the Japanese and English audio. Like, she does like an acclamation of her sound from the games doing those speed kicks. That's so good.
Yep, I thought that was awesome. Her apartment is so bizarre. Like, it's in a multi-story building with an elevator, but it has like a vaulted ceiling with just beams conveniently.
Yeah. That's one hell of an apartment. Like, holy shit.
Right?
Like,
it's nuts.
What kind of job or what kind of people do I have to talk to get an apartment like that? Like, it's several rooms. She has like high beams in her ceiling. Like, that's amazing. And then like,
she must be on the top floor somehow.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
That Interpol salary.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, say, like, do Interpol agents get like serious money? Holy shit.
In anime movies, I'm going to say yes.
Better universe, yes.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, technically, Zenigata from Lupin is Interpol, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, speaking of some of like the random things that are in this movie, that like you have Ken fighting T-Hawk at one point.
Yes.
Just to put T-Hawk in this movie, you guys mentioned like DJ. DJ is literally in this for
a few seconds.
Like a 3-minute scene or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not long.
Fei Long.
He still gets a good cameo.
By Ryu.
And there's a good fight between E Honda and Dulcie.
Yep.
E Honda is Richard Epcar.
I believe so. And also, speaking of that too, like the voice casting for this movie, both in the Japanese and English dub are both fantastic. In fact, here's a cool little fact. I really love this. The voice actor who does the voice of E Honda in the Japanese one is fucking Daisuke Gori. That's amazing. That's such good casting. I love that.
Oh yeah, Daisuke Gori is Heihachi, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Daisuke Gori is such a renowned voice actor in Japan. Like, holy shit!
Yeah,
like, that guy's been in so much good stuff.
Yeah, I think he died.
Yeah, but guy's a fucking legend. Like, guy has been in so much good stuff. Like, just go look if you want like a fun time, and if you're a fucking anime nerd like I am, go look up the man's credits. He's been in so much amazing shit, and it's what a legacy.
And one anime he's in called, bear with me, Sakegake Tokojuku. He is the headmaster of the school for delinquents. His name is Adami Heihachi, and that's all he said. Yeah, he just introduces himself, and that's it.
No, of course. But, and just like also surprisingly for this movie too, like surprisingly for being an animated movie as well, like it's amazing just how good the acting is in this movie. Like for an action movie, like there's a lot of really good like quiet moments and a lot of like good subtle animated acting. Like it's, I don't know, like I know it may sound like I'm like overpraising this, like, oh Kyle, it's just some stupid license movie, but like no, like It's amazing how much this movie gets right compared to literally everything else ever done for a Street Fighter adaptation. Like,
No,
it's
really good.
And it's a cool fight, but it's a shame that Blanca versus Zangief is kind of...
It's a little short, but it's still good. It still looks good. Like, you know what? I want to right my wrongdoing of earlier by misremembering the animation studio for this movie. Like, Grip Tack did a fucking incredible job with the animation for this movie. Like, all of the fight scenes look good, and that is very important for what this movie is. Like, this is an adaptation of a fighting game. You better make your fight scenes look good. And man, they do. Like, every fight scene in this movie looks so damn good and effective. The characters do their moves, and the moves look good. Like, characters do their correct moves. And, like, even characters who aren't in this movie for that long, like, just few second cameos in a fight scene, even those characters do their moves. And it's like, holy crap, Capcom and Group TAC. Like, you both put so much muscle and effort into this. And it's just, like, I think there's a reason why 30 years later we're still talking about this, and, like, we all still have praise for this. Like, I feel like for some people who may watch this on the first glance, it's just like, yeah, that was okay. Like, this is a fun little action movie. But, like, honestly, the more I watch this, the more I'm impressed. Like, every single time I've seen this movie, I just get more and more impressed. Like, it's not so much that there are things working against this movie, but it's just like, they could have easily just bullshitted this entire production. There could have just been some slapdash licensed load of garbage, but, like, no, Capcom and Group TAC, Studio TAC, like, they really put some genuine effort into this, and it really shows.
Yeah, the flashback, how Ken got, how Ryu got his headband, and the whole backstory between Ken and the Master Goken. This is the first appearance thought of their Master Goken, I think.
Yes, and it's also like, I'm also kind of shocked that Capcom also gave so much of a shit about this movie that, like, this movie is also technically canon to Street Fighter lore, because a lot of what you see in Street Fighter Alpha happened in this movie. Like, Street Fighter Alpha 1 is basically... Hell, Street Fighter Alpha 1 is almost like a licensed game in itself, because Street Fighter Alpha 1 is essentially Street Fighter 2, the anime movie, with, like, a few extra characters added in that weren't in the movie. Like,
because they were also inspired by this movie for scenes in Alpha. So, but one thing
that's the one that has Ken as, like, the sub boss for Ryu, right?
Yes.
Shadow Ken. Yeah.
And also, first Alpha has a mode in there where you can play as Ryu and Ken versus a powerful Bison. As a reference
and if you're playing the Japanese version of Street Fighter Alpha 1, which is Street Fighter 01, if you're doing the dramatic fight, because that's what those are called, dramatic fights, when two people are facing off against one opponent. If you're playing the Japanese version of Street Fighter Alpha 1, which is Street Fighter 01, if you're doing the dramatic fight with Ryu and Ken against Bison, or I guess he'd be Vega in the Japanese version, if you're doing all of those things correctly, you'll get the song that plays in the Japanese audio of the fight scene from the movie. You get that song, and it's done in the arcade style, like in the CPS2 sound hardware, and it fucking rules.
I do want to say something about what Kyle had brought up earlier before we move on from that. Like, to be fair, yes, the animation style is very good, but also, this is 1994. How many video game movies do we have, animated or live action, that are good at this time?
Yeah, there's the only other thing that can be compared to this in anime for this type of thing is SNK started doing a couple of animated adaptations of their games, like the Fatal Fury movie, which is also actually 1994, oddly enough. That's actually the other best thing I could say is out there for this type of license.
When did Battle Arena Toshinden movie?
That was, I believe, 1995, and also
there's a movie for that?
Yes, Battle Arena Toshinden. Anyways, like at the same time of this movie coming out is when SNK started doing anime adaptations of their various games, and that's when we got Fatal Fury Special, which oddly enough, that's probably the other best anime video game to anime adaptation that's probably out there is the Fatal Fury movie.
And there is, believe it or not, a Art of Fighting OVA.
And that one is garbage. Ugh.
Yeah. And I don't... the Tekken movie? The Tekken
That came out later.
Yeah, that's much later.
A couple of years later.
Trying to think of any others. Yeah.
There's a Samurai Showdown movie. That's also later. I believe Samurai Showdown is 95.
It's
Art
94.
of Fighting... Yeah. Oh, okay, it is? Shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was 95. My
it's
bad.
Not good either. Yeah, it's not good
Yeah.
either.
Honestly, it's kind of sad because, like, this and the Fatal Fury motion picture, or Fatal Fury the movie, those two are probably the best that exist in this, like, subgenre of, like, licensed anime adaptations. Like, those are probably the two best.
There is a Virtua Fighter anime series.
Yes, that aired, I think, in 96. Because that, I think, is adapted from Virtua Fighter 2, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
This did start off a kind of a boom of, like, licensed anime.
Including
make
Street Fighter anime that was not good.
2V is okay. It's pretty cheesy, and honestly, like, watching it again, I've actually started watching it recently in honor of this podcast. Like, man, a lot of it reads off as, like, yo, Ryu and Ken are, like, pretty queer. Like, it's like, there's some, there could be some, like, yaoi going.
About V. Oh, you're talking about V.
2V. That's what it's called. Street Fighter 2V. Yeah, in Street Fighter 2V, it's like, man, yeah, there's some, like, yaoi elements of Ryu and Ken going on. Like,
that's not the American one, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, do I dare bring up the American USA?
No, I watched the American one. It's garbage.
No.
Oh, the American one.
But hey, we got cool toys out of it.
Yeah.
There's some like kind of weird moments from the American cartoon. Like, man, I have weird memories of that show because I remember when I'd go visit my dad on the weekends back in the 90s as a kid. His cabin got satellite, and one of the channels that came on a satellite was the USA Network. And I remember on Saturday mornings, they would air that show. And I'm like, wait, Street Fighter has a cartoon? And I'm just awestruck. I'm like, what is this?
Not good.
I also remember this one single line from the Street Fighter American cartoon. Blanca, no, not the head bite.
And there's always the famous, yes!
That meme, oh my god, that was everywhere on YouTube in the 2000s. Holy shit. Oh man, that's...
I gotta say, the Fei Long part in this movie is longer than you would think.
Oh,
even though he's such a... I mean, to me, he is a nothing, like, no importance character when you think of the Street Fighter 2 cast, in my opinion. But now that I get it.
No, he gets a pretty good fight scene between him and Ryu in this movie.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, his flame upper kick, whatever it's called.
I kind of appreciate that he gets a good fight scene because I've always had a soft spot for Fei Long. I am a big sucker for any like Bruce Lee-like characters in fighting games, like Fei Long or Dragon from World Heroes, or John Lee from Dead or Alive, or
the list never ends.
It's John Lee. It's John Lee from DOA. And
pick a fighting game.
There's Law from Tekken. Yeah, there's like a ton of Bruce Lee clones, and they're all awesome.
And I think this anime, this section, was the first time I ever saw someone get their arm broken on any kind of media, because Ryu breaks Fei Long's arm in that fight.
I think that happens, I think.
It does. I have the movie playing in the background. Desiree is correct. But the thing that I find funny about that, to me, my own personal humor, was like, Fei Long had a movie to shoot.
Yeah.
Good luck now.
Yeah, he didn't care. He just wanted to fight a strong fighter.
Oh, totally.
That producer is very upset right now. That fake producer. No, that's what I thought of. Again, that's where my brain goes sometimes. Is this also the first...
Ryu finishes that first fight before Fei Long with just the single headbutt. It's like, this guy has no idea what's coming.
Because, I mean, Ryu doesn't look, if you don't know, I guess, he doesn't look like a huge, like, threatening figure, but he's such a good fighter. And I love the fact that the Hadouken is in this movie, but only a little bit. Like, they don't overuse it.
They really savor the Hadouken. Like, it's not like it's a thing that's just constantly spammed like in the video games. Like, they make the build-up, like, worth it. Like, you really feel the impact of it at the very end. Like, that's so well done. I love that.
And when Ryu walks in on the Dhalsim and E Honda fight, Dhalsim is like, nope, I'm done. I'm stop fighting. You win.
Yep.
Just by noticing Ryu.
Yeah. And E Honda does some of it, and also like even E Honda does some of his own moves from the games in this movie, and it's like
he actually fights M Bison.
Yeah.
he
does at the end.
He fights Balrog, but M Bison.
If we're going by those naming dictatorships, it's Dictator, Boxer, and Claw. Sorry to interrupt you, Wolfman.
Oh no, I was just saying.
Yeah.
But
oh, you're good.
No, I'm sorry. You go. Sorry about that.
I like that E Honda comes back around like at the end when Ryu's back training with him, and then he's there for the final fight. But also, how does he survive falling off that cliff?
That's amazing.
I was wondering too.
Like, he's a superhuman.
Anime logic.
Yeah. I like that E Honda just wants to be like bros with everybody. Like he just wants to be friends. Like I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
he's excited. They have visitors twice in the same day.
Yeah. He just wants to have a drink with people.
Well, he also wants to. He also likes meeting Ryu, being a Japanese.
Yeah, I love that. He likes meeting a fellow Japanese fighter. I love that.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, Robbie here, coming through finally.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. And since we finally have a new challenger joining us, and what is your name?
I'm Robbie Sherman of Conversations with Robbie Sherman. Thank you for having me here.
Of course.
Sorry.
Thank you for listening to us.
The party.
With microphone that wouldn't work.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
What is your history with this movie?
I probably saw this thing when I was like a real young kid because I could pretty much get whatever was a cartoon, at the local movie place, wherever that was at any given time when I was growing up. There were several that cycled through my life until they finally bled out around the time I was 21 or 22. And now we don't even have the red boxes anymore. Like, you can't rent a movie anywhere. Like, that's a dead thing now.
Ironically, the only place where you can still technically rent movies is the library, but it's free. Like, you can just go to your local library and just hi, can I borrow this, please? Sure. And it's here, you get to keep it for a month, and it's cool, thanks.
And I advise everyone to go to their local library. So
hell yeah.
I probably saw this thing when I was around 6 or 7. And, this is one of those animes that turns a boy into a man real quick.
I just remember.
The sheer violence, unmitigated nudity, out of nowhere.
I remember where I saw it first. It wasn't on a VHS. It was on Sci-Fi Channel. It was Saturday Anime. Yeah.
Here's a little hidden secret for everybody as the resident transgender man of the podcast. When you start HRT, they give you a copy of this movie. They give you whatever form of HRT you're taking, and then they give you a USB flash drive that has the movie on it. It's here you go. Now, when you start your HRT, flash drive in your computer and start watching. It's cool, thanks.
Badass. Yeah, speaking of that, the way that they animate and all the fighters are they're so fucking jacked, and I love it. It's great. I'm all in on them just looking like monsters. I'm hell yes, give me more of that.
It's really good animation.
Sagat, he's such a menace.
Oh, the opening of Sagat and Ryu in the field
during that thunderstorm, that gets referenced in Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter Alpha 2.
Dude, that is the opening of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, that's the opening. That's the opening for It's the opening for Super Street Fighter 2, and it's in the openings for Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2. And in Street Fighter Alpha 2, that becomes a stage. You can straight up have fights on that stage during that thunderstorm. And apparently, in game on Street Fighter Alpha 2, when you check to see where the location of that stage is, apparently it's on Australia.
Oh,
yep.
Apparently, Australia can get some wicked ass thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what powers up the Hadouken.
Oh man, the music! The music is a whole other.
The whole movie.
Yes. The music is a whole other category for this movie because here's the thing too. Not only is the music good, but there are multiple cases of music. So the Japanese and the English dub have separate soundtracks for this movie. The English dub soundtrack is a full licensed soundtrack. The Japanese audio soundtrack of this movie is all composed specifically for this movie. And I think both the Japanese and English audio soundtracks are fantastic. Like, the care given for the licensed soundtrack, like, all of the tracks actually fit their fight scenes. And the Japanese composed soundtrack is so emotional and so well fucking done. Like, it's amazing how different some of the scenes play out with the audio. Because, like, for example, the Chun-Li versus Claw fight scene, it comes off as very different in both the audio and the separate audio tracks. Like, in the American soundtrack version of the fight scene, it comes off as a very adrenaline rush, just like everything's constantly going. Where in the Japanese audio, there's actually a really cool bit of, like, I don't know what to call this. I don't know if it's like dissonance or like kind of, it's like, it's the song is going for one mood and the fight, the scene's going for an entirely different mood. So like it's very different. It kind of clashes, but it actually is really effective. The Japanese audio soundtrack for that fight scene is actually something out of like a slasher movie. Like, man, like that's such good care. Like that's so impressive.
And even before the Vega Claw fight, there's this kind of smooth, kind of electronica song or something. I think when she turns on the radio before the fight happens, which is really good.
The song, like I said, the song's different in the Japanese audio, but in the English dub, the song used for that, it's a really effective track. It's a good relaxing song because Chun-Li just got out of the shower. She had a nice hot steamy shower and she gets out. She's in her pajamas. She walks over to her stereo sound system, turns it on, and in the English dub, there's this really nice, like, very, very relaxing, like, kind of a house club techno song. It's really smooth, very relaxing, and it just puts you into this mood of just like, oh, I'm so, like, calm. Like, just had a nice shower, and you're just, everything feels okay, and everything feels calm, and then just, like, the build-up for that is so good and effective. And the Japanese audio, the song used for that scene when Chun-Li turns on her stereo system, it's this really nice little guitar song from this Japanese singer. And like I said, both versions of the audio do such good jobs with the soundtracks.
I unfortunately didn't watch the Japanese one. I know you had recommended to try to watch both if I had time.
Yeah.
I almost did, but I did not have time.
Well, even after this podcast, if you ever watch this movie again, please watch, both versions. Because, it's a genuine treat to watch. It actually feels like a genuine treat to watch both versions because you get a different experience with each version. And, I think that's fantastic. It actually really changes, it doesn't change the perspectives of the scene, but it really changes, a lot of the emotion for the scene, and it's so well done.
Do we have any stories behind why these songs might have been picked for the English dub? I'm curious.
I haven't really been able to find any behind the scenes stuff for the English dub, but yeah. I feel like a lot of it was just sort of populist, a lot of just oh, this will probably get people to recognize this. We'll get a lot of then upcoming bands. So you got Korn. Yeah. You got
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains.
Yeah. Thank you. I was almost going to say Pearl Jam. I was almost going to say Pearl Jam. No. The fuck, that's not the one. It's the other grunge band, Alice in Chains. You got Alice in Chains. You got Smoking Suckers with Logic. You got fucking what else? You have KMFDM. You have a lot of really upcoming bands at that point, and it's just really impressive licensed soundtrack. It doesn't actually seem like it's just random shit put to a scene. All the songs in the English dub actually feel appropriate for their scenes.
Yeah, they fit the what's going on really, really well. And I mean, like I said, the music totally drives the entire this movie because even the not songs, just in between scenes and stuff, because the dialogue is it's a Street Fighter, it's a fighting game movie. It can only,
but it actually feels appropriate for what it is, and especially for the Alice in Chains song, that actually feels like music that Ken would fucking listen to in his convertible, driving.
That is fair.
Yeah. Ken would I'll put in this Alice in Chains tape or CD into my car. Yeah, sure. And then I'll start driving and the song starts playing.
And this is the first speaking role of his wife or
Yep,
his
Eliza.
fiancée or soon to be wife.
The way he proposes is hilarious. We
Can
should
you
get
tell this is?
married.
Can you tell this is from the '90s? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Only when Ken Masters is on the screen. His leather, like his whole outfit, his Corvette, and cool little snippet when he hits the semi. Right, the side of the truck has the Capcom logo on it.
Yeah,
as it
I love
passes
that.
by him.
Capcom is a company inside the Street Fighter universe, which is just like, wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
I like they did that.
It's so cool.
That's so
Okay.
odd.
I got a
And
question.
when sorry,
Oh, hold
Yes,
on.
Robbie.
Hold on, Desiree.
It's okay. I just do you think Ken is into Nash Bridges? Like, do you think he's a regular watcher of that program?
I wouldn't be surprised. I
I
wouldn't be
bet
surprised.
you're into that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry for the little diversion, please.
No.
I was just curious.
So games on my
That was
phone.
really good. That was really good. Thank you. Sorry, Desiree, as you were saying.
no, sorry, I didn't.
Oh, no, you were saying, though, Desiree, as you were saying?
I forgot.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just say something that I want to bring up. So we
Sure.
mentioned earlier about the Zangief Blanca fight. It is too short because it's just like a couple minutes, and I wanted more, like, because you see them fighting like a Shadow Law type in some kind of Coliseum type thing, and I wanted more to like, okay, why is Blanca here, but they never give us anything, which is not what the movie's about. But I'm glad they fit it in. I wanted more Zangief. And I wanted more. I was a little bummed. That's all I got.
I get you.
Oh, this is a blessing compared to that live action movie. I guess that's small pickings either way.
As someone whose favorite character in Street Fighter is Blanca, as I
Everybody wants more
mentioned,
Zangief.
reasons, like
Yeah, of course.
he's undersold. I hate it, but whatever.
Hey, you do
My bo-
get the
my-
electric
My
shock.
boy will
Block.
get his day. He does. He does get
He
the
does get the electric shock in, which, I mean, like,
Hey.
come on. If you're going to have Blanca on
I-
screen, have the electric shock.
I think he also does the spinning pile driver Zangief.
Zangief does, yes.
Yeah, he does, he does.
Yeah.
You know what?
that's a
Someday
great-
Blanca will get his shower scene. Don't you worry.
Yeah, there you go.
Isn't Blanca like equivalent of a 17-year-old boy?
I don't know.
Yeah, and he's
Oh.
like viewed. He's not viewed as a monster in Brazil. Like they love him there.
Yeah.
He's like-
I
Yeah,
had
his
no
mom-
idea
yeah.
about that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you see his mom.
I don't
in
want that for any.
you see his mom in Street Fighter 6.
Yes.
I know very
she-
little about that
His
character.
mom is also in the ending for Street Fighter 2 and then Street Fighter 4 as well.
That
Like
looks
she's
ignorant.
in a lot of places.
Robbie, I can give you a 6-hour video to watch about Street Fighter lore, and I'm not kidding.
You know what? I like Street Fighter, but I think I'm just going to leave that sit there. and
I literally have watched
apologize
it
for
twice.
all my possible crimes. I'm so sorry.
Thorgy's Arcade, he has like a 6-part series on Street Fighter, and I have watched it twice.
I was wondering
Like,
if you were
that's
talking about
6
him.
hours of your
Uh-huh.
life. Could've done something
I
different.
he does.
Fucking good, though.
He also did a multiple part thing about King of Fighters and Fatal Fury.
Yes,
Yeah.
I watched that
Mhm.
twice also. I like Thorgy's Arcade.
How are we feeling about King of Fighters? I'm just curious.
Let's not go there today.
Yeah, can we, let's
Don't
focus
open
on
that
this,
can of worms.
please. Let's
I love
focus
King
on
of
this,
Fighters.
please.
Okay.
I love King of Fighters. I love a lot of SNK stuff, but like, let's not do that. Like, let's focus on this, please.
Okay.
You want to mention, like, I
Well,
know we
it's-
kind of talked about the Vega thing, but
Yeah.
like, damn, that scene is just such a 90s scene too, because
Oh, totally.
it lived in so many young men's and probably young women's brains. Like, people never even
Well,
seen
let's
it.
not
I'm
count
just-
out the lesbians. Like,
yeah,
you know.
people just talking about it because, like,
Totally.
I
Yeah.
mentioned a little bit earlier, but I don't think I've seen it. I just think somebody told somebody, or just lived in my head rent free, even though I had never seen it. Because I don't know if I ever did see it until I watched this movie. I'm not 100% sure.
Mike,
But it's a
if
really
you,
good scene.
Mike, if you grew up watching a lot of anime, you might have seen it in like commercials because on a lot of VHS tapes for manga entertainment, they would have that scene in in commercials
Oh,
for
maybe that's
other
it then.
video
Oh, wow.
tapes. Yeah,
Because
They would have it in, like,
I watched
collages.
some, not a
Yeah.
ton. I only had a few
no, of course.
VHS animes, but it's possible.
Mhm.
I had Appleseed.
I only have
Oh.
one final thing to say about that fight.
Please.
Mhm.
Is it Vega gets all pissed off when Chun-Li smashes his face in. She can step on my face
Oh,
literally any day,
Woo!
anytime.
It's
Yeah, she actually
You know-
she actually grinds and rubs his face.
Yeah, I mean, you know
that's
what?
fine.
That would be fine. It would be worth it.
I remember when I was a younger kid, like thinking that it was so slow, like I almost didn't want to sit through it because like I had a hard time paying attention to anything.
That's what the
Like,
fights are for, to dangle the
I
key.
didn't.
That part.
I remember not seeing it until like the second time I like decided to watch the movie. Like I remember very specifically turning it off because I got bored with all the like moving building that happened for so many seconds.
Just us being kids. I mean, that's just how it is.
They're like
That's
the,
for so
the
many of us.
fights are like well spread apart, but there is, there is a fair amount of like downtime in this movie.
Oh,
But
totally.
I like the downtime is well served. It has good purposes.
There are
Like how long?
sometimes-
Like how long is Ryu on that cliff practicing his Shoryuken?
Right? We have no idea.
He's on there for hours.
Hey, and you have a scene that made me think of Mission Impossible 2 when Ryu is climbing up the cliff and, he's free climbing. The first thing that popped in my head was Mission Impossible 2, and I don't know how I feel about that. So
I sometimes wish this was like an hour and a half instead of an hour 40.
Yeah,
I disagree, but
I guess we're not going to talk about Guile, huh?
I was just about to bring that up because we haven't mentioned Guile yet at all. I don't think
he's a main character, and here we are.
Yep.
sort of. I mean, yes,
that
but
tells you how
he's
cool the supporting cast is.
he's kind of boring in this.
Yeah, he's Mr. America. Like I think he's supposed to be boring.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, you see him. Well, you first see him come in on a jet and say Bison's mine to Chun-Li.
Yep. And then Bison kicks his ass later, but whatever.
He promises Chun-Li on her hospital bed to get Bison.
Yeah, well, Ken and Ryu take care of that for him, so
Yeah.
it all works out.
Yeah, because after the Vega fight, Chun-Li's in the hospital. She got messed up.
Yeah, I mean,
The scene where she fakes her death to scare him is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
it's an asshole-y thing, but it is cute actually. Like in Guile and her being friends after he was a dick is also cute.
Yeah.
And they're going around talking to fighters like DJ, giving them the heads up about the Bison bots.
Yeah, I mean they have some cool moments together, and like his car is real cool. His old Mustang.
Oh man, the cars in this thing so incredible to behold. I don't get to see cars this detailed anymore in animated.
The driving sequences are pretty good.
If you want to see some cool cars in racing anime, check out the stuff by Kenichi Sonoda. That Gunsmith Cats and Riding Bean.
Yeah, I know. It's good. Ooh, yeah. Hey.
Yes, the first. This is a joke, by the way, but like the first anime Westaboo. The man loves his America.
Yeah.
I can't say the same thing, but I listen.
And Bison even makes fun of him for it at the fight.
Yeah, he does.
I have never liked Guile as a character. Like I know he's supposed to represent my great country, but I have never liked him. I always thought he was stupid.
I don't mind Guile. I know in the first iteration of Street Fighter II World Warrior, he's broken as fuck and he's super overpowered. Like, seriously, watch. If you can ever find any on YouTube, which I'm not saying they're hard to find, just punch it in on YouTube. Watch like any professional tournament play of Street Fighter II World Warrior and watch people who play as Guile, because like he's so fucking broken. It's amazing. Like,
you know what you're talking about.
Yes, like holy shit. Like it's honestly like outstanding to watch. Like if you're ever bored, just like go to YouTube, punch in Street Fighter II World Warrior Guile, and just watch like the way he can break the game.
Maybe like that was a big thing when you played Street Fighter 2 either in the arcades or on the SNES with your friends or whatnot, is trying to beat the guy who was spamming a button or a move, like either E Honda's 100 hand slap or the kicks or the what's his face is what else? Oh yeah, Blanca's
Electric Shock.
Yeah.
Electric Shock.
Also, Mike, I find it funny that you're saying this about Guile, because you know who did love Guile? Fucking Capcom. Capcom fucking loves Guile. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I just never found him interesting. Like when I was a kid, and Ken was always my guy. Like I always liked Ken. And yes, he's also an American, but like I have never liked characters. Oh, I got an American flag tattooed on my arm, and I'm
Ryu and Ken are really great starter characters. That's why a lot of beginner players love them, because they're good, easy characters to understand. Like, all of their special moves are easy to do. The fireball, the dragon punch, the hurricane kick, all of those are super easy to do.
Yeah, and I think it's canonically that Ken is actually more stronger than Ryu for some reason.
I don't think that's necessarily true, but a lot of lore likes to play with that.
Yeah,
he's 10
like
pounds
the whole,
heavier.
Well, like the whole rivalry between them, and the whole gotta beat Bison's programming and looking into himself and all that fun stuff.
May I give my 2 cents on Ken's appearance?
Sure.
On Guile's appearance, I mean to say.
Sure.
When I was a younger man, and discovering the Street Fighter franchise as an important moment in the new youth's life, just the hair on this man just absolutely astounded me. It still astounds me. Like, what do you have to do in the morning to look like that?
That is one hell of a mohawk.
He uses his sonic powers. His power is so fitting, right? Because he's a naval pilot, right? And his move is the sonic boom.
I think he's Air Force.
He is. He is of the Air Force.
Okay. I don't know. Is that awkward when you're getting in a plane or something? I don't know. It seems impractical.
And his haircut.
Oh man, he just flies with the top down.
I never liked his hair either. But as time went on, I really hate when people have American flag tattoos or anything like that, or a profile picture. It's weird. I must have even hated it even before I knew what it would come to represent years later, 2016 and on.
Almost like I share the same sentiment.
Yeah. I do appreciate in the flashbacks, Ken has long hair, which is something that Alpha does too whenever they do flashback, and this comes out first, so I really appreciate that.
Well, in Alpha, in the whole Alpha series, he has long hair.
Yeah, but this movie came out first, and then inspired Alpha, so cool. That's cool. And it's from this movie.
Then he
the
gives
whole
his headband to Ryu, and that's how he gets his headband.
Yep.
That's what brings him back in the end too.
Gives Ryu a nice noogie.
Yeah, exactly.
I was sad that Sagat only has the one fight scene in the intro, and we never get to have another. That made me a little sad, actually.
Yeah, but it kind of keeps it. But that's also canon, though, and I love that. Capcom made sure that ended up being canon. That's another thing that I love about this movie. So much of the stuff that happens in this movie ends up actually being in canon with the games. Man, Capcom was paying attention with this.
He also failed Bison, and Bison didn't give him another chance. So
yeah, true.
Bison's an asshole.
He's also the only henchman that survives. So
yeah, true.
Did it work out so poorly for him in the end?
Hey, wait, Balrog dies in this?
Well, I don't know. E Honda's carrying him back after, because it's a mystery. I'm not sure, because he's either dead or unconscious. But
Balrog, Boxer, whatever, goes on till Street Fighter V, and
he does. He is in Street Fighter V,
and it's still a big question whether or not he's alive or anywhere in 6 because he trained Ed.
Yeah, true.
I'm sure he'll show up later. They just were smart enough not to give you every single character and some tape show them right away. So
yeah, of course.
That's how I take it. But okay, I just wasn't. I was thinking about. Vegas shows up later anyway. These movies are canon and not canon in their own way. So
no, they are canon because, like I said, a lot of what happens in this movie shows up later in the Alpha series.
But also, nobody really dies that we see in this movie.
No one really dies. It's never said to be they're dead. They're just defeated.
No,
they survive getting kicked through a concrete wall and then following several stories.
Yeah, but he's still alive. This isn't Mortal Kombat. No one's gonna die.
Yeah, he's alive.
He's
very okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You put a bandage over it,
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
You walk
it off. You walk it off.
Exactly.
You rub some dirt in it and you walk it off. That's right.
No, you guys, it's like the comedy animes where after all those fights, a character has a giant bump on their body and they have a bandage on the bump.
Like when Lupin the Third got shot in Castle Cagliostro. He just needed to eat, that's all he needed
Yeah,
to
exactly.
do once he got shot. Yeah.
Because, that's what you do when you're gravely injured. You don't go to the hospital or get medical attention. You fucking just eat. Don't
Have a
worry.
good
Yeah,
meal.
like in Cowboy Bebop, almost every time that Spike's been in mortally wounded or anything, you just wrap him up like a mummy and give him a
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it works for him.
Yeah.
And you give him an orange every now and again.
I love that
He's a
shit.
good boy, damn it.
You go to the inn and rest, spend the night at the hotel. You're fine. Cured.
And if someone's dead, you just lug the coffin behind you until you get to a priest, and then they're back up.
Yeah, exactly. Dragon Quest.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 1, you go to a little house with a heart on it, and you.
That is the most annoying part of that game. Oh my god.
Another thing is this the first appearance of Violent Ken? Then, pretty much.
I think so.
Technically, yeah.
Because that's what it's supposed to be, since Ken is being manipulated. It's supposed to be Violent Ken, which is in the last version of Street Fighter 2 we ever got.
Yeah, on the Switch.
Violent Ken. Well, technically, Violent Ken debuted as a video game character in SNK versus Capcom SBC.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that game is garbage. Oh god.
And I think that's supposed to be him succumbing to the Satsui no Hado.
Yeah.
And I love that game.
Yeah, it's still garbage though. Like, I'm just saying as a technical. I'm not saying no one's bad for liking it. Like, you can I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying, as a technical point, that game is really badly made.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mostly like sprites and everything, but the execution.
I like that you can fucking fight as a Mars person. That's amazing. Of all the characters they thought of to put in a fighting game, the fucking aliens from Metal Slug. That's great. I love that.
But yeah, we're getting off track.
Yes. Anyway, sorry.
Welcome to Game by Mom Phone.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey, it always sounds better when I get done editing, so don't worry.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Fuck yeah.
Believe it.
You listen to those episodes. Think about it. You can tell.
No, of course.
So I just kind of run out of a few things to say. I do want to say everything with Bison, where Bison fights Guile, beats Guile, but seeing when Ken shows up as evil Ken with that cloak, God, he looks fucking badass for that little that cloak is just I wish Cammy would have kept on the cloak longer, even though she's hot as hell. I don't know what it is, but I liked her in that cloak. I got nothing why.
And I guess
or the thing for cloaks.
I guess last maybe we can talk about the ending, the actual ending after the credit.
There's an
Wait, are you talking about when Ryu's walking away, or?
Yeah, when Ryu's walking away and the truck comes and it's Bison driving the truck.
Yeah,
and when it's about to hit,
it ends with a fucking porn song in the English dub.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. Are you ready? It's Bison driving the truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then Ryu.
Okay, so it'll be that he didn't die.
You didn't see that part? That's classic.
I turned the movie off. I went to bed, actually. I watched this last night, and I got to the credits, and I'm like, it's bedtime, and I went to sleep.
I
didn't catch that.
I think the credits music is I don't know if it's the Japanese or American version. It's a lyricized Guile's theme or the main Street Fighter 2 theme. There's lyrics to it.
Okay, this is a cool ending where he jumps at the truck. And Robbie, what were you going to say?
I wanted to mention the ending of the version I saw on YouTube that says, coming in spring 1995, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Raul Julia, and Street Fighter, directed by Shivani D'Souza, now filming in Hollywood.
Domination.
That's how I feel about that. That was the second movie episode we did on this podcast ever, was a Street Fighter movie.
Oh my word.
Wow.
We're not friendly to it, I will say that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Different cast.
Nobody's friendly to it.
Hey, you know what? God bless Raul Julia.
Oh, totally.
In that movie.
That man puts so much fucking effort into that role. That's my God. He knows what he's in, but he fucking just hams it the hell up. He devours the scenery.
Yeah.
And he does it for his kids, for God's sake.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Fucking reason why he's even in that movie is oh, my kids really love the video game. Oh, God, you're the coolest dad ever. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was good.
That's pretty badass.
Any other things you guys want to bring up about this movie?
No, I think I brought up everything.
I don't know if I have anything else specifically to mention other than I think this movie is just really damn good for what it is. Really good. Really, I think it's a great action movie. I think the animation is fantastic. It's so like I can't say enough how good the animation in this movie is. It's so impressive, so well done. Capcom and Group TAC really gave a shit with this production. Like, this isn't just some slapdash license thing. Like, it feels like actual genuine effort went into this. The fight scenes look great. I love that all the characters technically do their moves in this game. And it actually, like, there's a practicality to their moves. Like how when, like, the spinning bird kick from Chun-Li, she's, like, spinning herself on the ground with her hands. Like, I love that. And, like, when Ryu does his Dragon Punch, you actually see, like, the lift off and the impact from it. Like, I love that. Like, this movie is just so damn good. Like, I feel like when you first watch this, you may not, like, notice things, or you may just think, like, oh, yeah, okay, this movie's, like, fine. But honestly, the more you watch this movie, the more you appreciate about it. I can't sing enough praises for this film. It's just, it's so damn good.
All right. Then I think we should go to Shelf Stacker Box.
Does anybody else have any, like, final thoughts?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
I'd just kind of like to say that this represents in my head a high point for big anime like movies that came out in the 90s that were still permeating. Like,
Hell yeah.
when I was growing up, I had plenty of just like junk anime to pick from, but this felt like a real gem. Like, even when I was a youngster and I wasn't like technically knowledgeable about how animation worked, I knew it was a cut above, and it was the only thing I had seen for a long time associated with Street Fighter that was good. I mean, I even think like some of its like more gratuitous elements are a little more defensible. They're lighter in tone in certain ways. Like
really?
compared to other anime around the time, it definitely feels tasteful to a degree that helps it age a little better.
Yeah, it is certainly no Ninja Scroll.
Oh my word! Yeah,
I've never seen that actually.
I mean, that's what's his face? I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Kawajiri. He's a really good anime director. He's done, but like Kawajiri as an anime director, that guy is like always cranked up to 11. Like, if you watch any Kawajiri movie that man's ever directed, like as an anime, his stuff is always just off the fucking wall intensity, just raw intensity.
Yeah, I just really like to say to anyone out there, like, look, I'm not like terribly concerned about Street Fighter lore or anything, but you don't have to have that junk like in your head at all with this thing. You just know that these people are in like a particular setting that evokes what they're supposed to be doing on some level, and you can just enjoy like beautifully well-crafted fight scenes that like actually give a certain life to the sprites we've been seeing for a few years at that point. I highly recommend it to anyone. I mean, there's a whole lot to cherish here. It's one of the better video game adaptations even to this day, I would say. Like, when I was growing up, I never liked video game adaptations. They were always disappointing. The Resident Evil series has always been disappointing for me. They've had some things that have gotten better, a little closer to the games, but I'm still not excited for them. But this, like, if they could, like, I haven't seen the other Street Fighter series that came from this director. I don't know if that lives up to this on any level, but this is top notch.
My final thoughts is like, this was, as I said, one of probably the first handful of anime movies I watched back in the day, along with Robot Carnival, Akira, and Iria Zerum the animation on. As I said,
that's a good beginner's choice.
As I said on the Sci-Fi Channel Saturday Anime, and even the I think also even the downtimes in this anime are just gorgeous and just good to just chill to, like I said about the whole 360 around Ryu, just in that plains area in the mountains, just chill vibe.
Oh, totally.
At certain times, just even when nothing's going on, there's something that you could probably just chill and watch and vibe to, which is lost nowadays, I think, in anime.
I think that still exists in anime, but you gotta look in a very particular area. Like, things never really go out of style or out of, like, things never really, like, die in it or change. It's just, you need to look in a very specific area.
But
I liked
yeah,
it.
that's my
It's a fun movie.
that's all my thoughts.
All right. Anyone else? Okay, let's go to Shelf Stacker Bach. And Chibi Kyle, why don't you lead us in, since this was you're the reason why this happened.
Sure. Okay. Well, first off, thank you. I really appreciate it. I always love being on the show, and I really, really appreciate that you took my idea into consideration. Thank you, Mike.
Of course, I try. I try to listen to everybody.
Yeah, I seriously, dude, I really appreciate it. Thank you. This is easily going on my shelf. I would, if possible, I would literally have every version of this movie available on my shelf. I would have the Blu-ray, the DVD, the VHS, the Laserdisc, whatever format available that I could find of this, it would be on my shelf. Like, hell, if I could get, like, the original reel, like, the film reel of this damn movie, I would have it. I would display this movie loud and proud. Like, this is just fucking damn good movie. Like, it's good shit. Like, if I hosted, like, anime nights or whatever the hell, I would show this movie to the crowd. I would, if I owned my own movie theater, I would have it playing and for like an anime night or just cool animated movies. Like, yeah, this movie just fucking rules. It's good shit.
All right, and I'll go next. I'm going to put this on the shelf, too. I had a really good time with this movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't watch it twice, but I don't normally, but I had a really good time. This was a fun movie, and I'm glad that we watched it, and I'm glad that it's now part of the show, and we have more Street Fighter content. So it's always nice, too. Because I do like, I like Street Fighter more than I realize. So, yeah. And Wolfman Kyle.
Yeah, I will also be putting this on the shelf. It's a super fun movie. I've seen it multiple times. I like it enough that I was willing to watch it again for this and talk about it. And will likely watch it again in the future because it's a badass movie and makes you feel cool. So, yep.
Right. And Desiree.
Yeah, this is total shelf. It would probably be in a shrine somewhere among my various other movies and whatnot. If I had a big theater collection and whatnot, it would like be in its own case, like somewhere mounted, like a prized possession.
I love the idea that Desiree would have like a closet and like a cathedral or something, and like all these like candles are lit, and there's this. It's a holy place, and then you hear like the in the background, and like in the foreground is like a giant poster of the Street Fighter anime movie. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll get a place of honor along with, as I said, Robot Carnival and a bunch of other anime movies I love.
Also, Desiree, those are good beginner anime. Like fucking Akira and Robot Carnival. That's good stuff.
And Robbie.
I mean, pure unmitigated shelf. I mean, there is no way I could not like proud of owning this film. I'm actually thinking I'm going to start using this to kind of study like some framing and composition stuff. This is a top-notch anime production period. Even when I was a kid, I understood this thing was top-notch, and I've held it in high esteem for a lot of years. I mean, I pull it out probably once every year or two just to kind of bask in it a little bit. I think I'm going to get one of those little digital picture frames so I can have frames from this movie going through my day now.
That's awesome.
This is a great little film. I highly recommend it to any anime fans. I'm not even particularly invested in Street Fighter lore. I've played the Street Fighter games. I have a good time with them. There's nothing against them. They're just other franchises I'm more interested in. But this is top notch for anyone that wants to investigate Street Fighter on any level. I'd say it gives you like good doses for everyone, even if like there's a little bit of filler couched in there. It's a smarter video game adaptation than was coming out around it, and kind of still comes out here and there. Good stuff all around, Shelf. Thanks for having me on this.
Of course, I'm glad we got it to finally work. All right, and last thing that I want to go briefly on before we wrap this up. Chibi Kyle, someone I have actually never seen Ninja Scroll. Is that a movie that I should watch one day?
Yeah, I would say so. Kawajiri as a director, like I said, he's a very intense director. He directs, everything the man ever directs is always like fucking. You know how there's cranked up to 11. That guy cranks it up to fucking 1,000,000. Like everything he's ever done, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, Demon City Shinjuku, Ninja Scroll, like everything that man's ever directed is always just fucking out of this world crazy.
Have you heard of Goku Midnight Eye?
I believe he directed that. I'm not sure. I've never seen that actually.
Well, it was also helped by another director called Buichi Terasawa.
Nice. Okay.
I've only seen Goku Midnight one time, and I was way too messed up to tell you anything that happened.
Yeah, I actually still haven't seen Goku Midnight. I've been meaning to watch it because I know a lot of anime historian friends who really sing the praises of it. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, and no, she hasn't. Oh, yeah, Dimensity Shinjuku and all that stuff. Yeah,
I just had to ask. I don't want to keep it long, but we should go to plug. And Shibika, where can people find you at?
You can find me in my podcast at the Unidentified Flying Obsession Podcast, the UFO podcast, I also like to call it. You can find that wherever you can find podcasts. I promise new episodes are coming soon. I kind of fell off the workhorse for a bit and, I don't know, got a little discouraged. It's nothing anybody ever did. It's me. I got issues and shit, but I try my best to work through them. And you can also...
Making a podcast is not as easy as some people might think. So.
No, totally. Yeah. Even if you have the passion, sometimes it's just the wheels aren't fucking spinning and you're just like, fuck, what do I do? Blah, blah, blah. And you can find my podcast wherever you can find your podcasts. I promise new episodes are coming soon. And you can find my bullshit internet musings on Blue Sky at chibufo.bsky.social.
And Robbie.
You can find me at Blue Sky under Convos with Robbie Sherman. I'm pretty sure that's the handle. You should be able to find it pretty easy. I also have a Discord you can join if you get a hold of me. We got new episodes coming up. I just got your episode out like right before we started this podcast, Mike, and it should be available on the socials pretty soon if it isn't already. Thank you for joining me for Pretty Poison. That's going to be a prelude to our Caped Crusader coverage. I also have a EP coming out and a single on July 4th, so please look out for that. That'll be Mass Kinetic with Jesus on the Moon.
This comes out the end of July, so all that will be out by then.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, okay.
Just to let you know. I record stuff in advance.
Yeah, no problem.
And Desiree.
Yeah, I am Desiree Corruption. I stream every now and again on Desiree Corruption on twitch.tv. Well, twitch.tv/Desiree Corruption. I'm thinking about coming back to streaming, and you can find me on Blue Sky at the same.
All right. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, there's over 800 other episodes of this podcast. If you want to hear the rest of our Street Fighter content, that will all be in the show notes. So definitely go check that out. We do tons of movies, comics, TV shows, video games, all sorts of content. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon. Little dog can vote in our Patreon polls. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. Try and do 2. As long as I stay ahead. So definitely a great way to support the show and affect the show, because some things that come on the Patreon polls don't come back. So please do that. And if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to suggest things for the show, join the Discord. It's free. We're always happy to have new people join us and chat with us. So it's a great way to suggest things. Great. And if you want to be a great way to be a part of the show, I'm always want to give a shout out my awesome intro and outro courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Free. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And check out A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. And also check out absolutely the best podcast, A Work in Progress, where they talk about MCU movies and MCU adjacent movies. That's Zach's podcast. Definitely go check them out too. All right, and I think that's... Oh yeah, and please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and reviews wherever you get your podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Long.